everybody. If you don't know me, I'm Terri Hatcher. It's actually Terri Vasquez Hatcher, but who's counting? um, so I'm running unopposed, so I hope that you vote for me. I've been sitting on the MLS board now for the last 3 years. I've served as a director for NMAR as well, and I also sit on Pro Standards. So I, like everybody else, we don't get into this business. I don't think you get into this business without having a heart for service. So it kind of goes without saying when we're all putting ourselves out there, kind of every day in what we do. I get really cheeseball-y about what it is that we do because I think what we do is so important. When I think about I touch somebody's home, everything that goes on in those 4 walls, and I touch that for just a moment. I think that's so important. As a qualifying broker, I have about 22 brokers right now, and so then I realized I kind of had to put my money where my mouth is and get more involved because I have all of these associate brokers coming in that are depending on this industry, and so that's kind of how I ended up starting to serve on MLS. And let me tell you, that was eye-opening. It took me a solid 8 months just to try to learn all of the techie terms and wrap my head around what was going on. But I'm so fortunate that I am surrounded by people in that board who have kind of paved that way for me and were able to come along beside me and support me. But a little bit to what Shane was mentioning, we have problems getting people to step up. And so you do see some recycling just out of necessity. And I realized that I was being part of the problem because I wasn't willing to take that next step into the exec committee. I was happy to be my little director position and do my little thing, and that was what I needed to do. So here I am, kind of putting it out there, going for the next phase, hoping that that leaves room for somebody to come into a director, and then we kind of move on up through the system and lets the people who are serving on those exec positions then move up into other things at a state level and then a national level if that's what they're called to do. But what happens at the MLS is so important. We are a for-profit, and in that for-profit, we serve GAR, and that's me and you. We are serving me and you. So we're not, just sitting in a pie in the sky, making these decisions. We're trying to make good decisions that are good for all of us. We're so lucky to have Richard. I swear I wouldn't be going for exec if I didn't have Richard Gibbons whispering and keeping my feet on the ground. So for Swimless, I'm running unopposed. That scares me a little bit because that means nobody else was crazy enough to throw their hat in. But I'm hoping it's going to be okay. I do have a business background. I'm a human resource organizational behavior by education. And then when I realized that was mostly meaning that I was there to just defend big businesses against their employees, I decided that wasn't really my gig. And so then all I did was finance. And I opened a brick and mortar business. I'm a native New Mexican. I've raised my 2 kids on the west side, and I've been in real estate for just about 20 years and been a landlord for 19 of those years, and I believe in home ownership. So for those of you that are for GAR, you're all here. You're all going to vote. I know you're going to vote. Talk to your friends. Talk to your peers, and please get them to step in and let their voice be heard, because when they say what their opinion is, that lets those of us who are serving in this capacity do a better job. So I thank all of you for being here, because I think am I the end? The best for last? So thank you guys for being here, and just please get everybody that you know to take a moment when that ballot comes out and give their opinion, because it really does matter for all of us.